Hello, RuneScapians. I've had quite the dilemma in choosing what quests I want to do next because I want to do all of them at the same time. I mean, I do want to get all of these done for you guys, of course, but there are just so many of them I want to do at the exact same time. So what I've decided is I'm just going to start at the top and I'm going to start to go down. So we're going to start with the Blood Pact, which I believe is fully voice acted. So, benefit. Or should I say bonus? Whatever. Anyway, I've also decided that I do want my kitten to grow. The only way it can do that if it's out. And for kittens to grow, you do need to feed them, and it needs to be raw fish with very few exceptions. So I brought all the shrimps that I fish to gain those levels for that quest. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. I mean, if you're just here for the quest, let's just get going, right? Let's go. Let's go. Anyway, my voice is still out if you guys can't tell. I'm going to wait for a second and see if she speaks for herself. Alright, here we go then. I'm glad you've come by. I need some help. What help do you need? Who are you? How did you know who I am? Sorry, I've got to go. Let's go with, how did you know who I am? You can't save Zamorak from destruction at the hands of a demon like Delrith, and not expect word to get out. Well, interesting. I don't believe you need that quest to do this one. Well, I'll recheck that when I post this. What help do you need? Who are you? Sorry, I've got to go. I want to do the quest. I'm not going to say sorry, I've got to go. That's so silly. What help do you need? I'm going to check on something real quick. I'm sorry, I will be rightish backish. Some cultists of Zamorak have gone into the catacombs with a prisoner. I don't know what they're planning, but I'm pretty sure it's not a tea party. Pretty sure you're right. There are 3 of them, and I'm not as young as the last time I was here. I don't want to go down there without backup. I'll help you. I need to know more before I help you. Who are you? How did you know who I am? Already asked that one. Sorry, I've got to go. Again, I want to do the quest. I'm not going to leave. I'll help you. Woo, we have started it. Okay, took my screeny. I get very, very frustrated when I go to post these and I realize I haven't taken the screeny of the quest acceptance for my thumbnails, but you know, I knew you would. We've got no time to lose. You head on down the stairs and I'll follow. You got it, lady. Let's see. I just need to check the status of my pet's hunger. Only hunger by 5%. Okay, so. Okay, good. Oh, all I have to do is click on that and it just stays here. That's good. All this new map interface stuff, and you know, if I haven't actually used it, I just don't know. But I'll figure it out. Come on, Kaylee. We don't have forever. Look, Reese. Oh, maybe it's Kyle. Ah, Kyle would make sense. Look, Reese, are you sure about this? There must be some other way we can... We made a blood pact, Kyle. The 3 of us are in this all the way. Yes, but do we have to take this idiot? Yes, the blood pact. You read the book. Let me go. I didn't make any blood pact with... Shut up. Kyle, you stay here. Guard the door. You, come on. Sounds ominous. Looks like there's a guard in the room ahead. I think we should be able to overpower him. Speak to me if you have any questions. Meow. So yeah, good to see, because I don't want my kitten to run away before he's grown. So I do want to be able to keep an eye on his hunger. Ah, that came out of nowhere and it didn't even hit me. Looks like I'm too old for this after all. You'll have to do the rest without me. I'll follow you, but I'll stay out of combat. Return to me if you're wounded. I have some food to share. Well, that's nice. I don't need food for this one. You're lightly wounded. Here, have some food. Xenia gives you a piece of cooked meat. Eat food to heal yourself. This is really a tutorial quest. It's so silly. But, whatever. The first cultist is using a ranged weapon, so you should attack him with your melee weapon. Let's ask, what's a blood pact? It's something Zamorakian cults do sometimes, a way of swearing loyalty to their leader. A blood pact doesn't have real magic power, but that kind of thing can have great power over a person if they believe strongly enough. Alright, I can handle this. I don't even care if you're going to be alright. We're going to run up, and we're going to take him out. Ready? Here we go. Now, before I got into this quest, when I first logged on, I took a look at some of the new combat things. Maybe I'll take a look at them real quick. Are you going to kill me? I have some questions. Yes, I'll tell you anything. What were you planning on doing down here? I don't really know, honestly. What? You're an idiot. Listen, Reese used to be an acolyte at the church here. He discovered something about these catacombs. I don't know what. Something about how they were built, I think. Caitlin was a student at the Wizard's Tower. She found something too, in the ruins of the old tower from back when Zamorakian wizards used it. Caitlin and Reese put what they found together. They said they'd discovered a ritual they could perform, something that could give them power over life and death. We made a blood pact, the three of us, so that we'd be in it together, whatever happened. Then we kidnapped Ilona? Yeah, probably Ilona. She was another apprentice from the Wizard's Tower, someone Caitlin had known there. Reese and Caitlin are going down there to perform the ritual. I don't know what it involves. And you just went along with this. The blood pact. We'd made a blood pact, and Reese said that bound me to him. It meant that I had to do anything he said. He said he could curse me. Enough questions. Are you gonna kill me now? No, just give me your stuff and get out of here. I don't think the cultist will be any more trouble. I'm glad you didn't have to kill him. I think the second cultist was using magic. You should use a ranged weapon to defeat magic users. Ask me if you need any help. Now, of course, that would be really excellent advice if I was really low level and had arrows, which I don't. Yeah, see, I have those, and I don't see any more. So, yes, I was saying, I was messing with the... now, of course, I can't find it. There we go. Combat setting. Under powers, of course it is. They have a new way of doing momentum. They're forever changing how you do momentum because it is supposed to be... Like, they don't want everybody to use it. They want you to be more actively involved in what you're doing, which means having to pay attention, which means interacting on a semi-regular basis, so that you're fully involved. You feel like you're actually doing something, but a lot of people don't like that for combat, especially for something like this game that's online and sometimes gets laggy, and sometimes where you click is not where you meant to click, and things just happen. So some people really cannot use the full integration, the full manual effectively. And and some people just don't want to. They don't want to have to pay that much attention. They come here to relax and have fun and not have to concentrate that much. So they put momentum and they keep changing how it's used. I kind of like this. I like that there's a now that there's a midway point where you can use some abilities, or you can use no abilities, but some abilities automatically use, and it's not really momentum, but it has some of the qualities of it. You don't have to pay quite so much attention, but you do have to pay a little. And then there's full momentum, where you don't use any of the abilities, nothing down here in the action bar at all, except you can use the ultimate abilities when they're available, and it does not turn off momentum any longer. I really like that. So here's hoping that it works really well for a large number of people and that we keep it or make it better. So there you go. Let's get to the next area. I don't even know what I'm going to do with no. Oh, this bow does not need arrows. Nice. And if all else failed, if I didn't want to use the bow, I don't have to. I mean, I'm high enough level that if I wanted to run up there and hit her with the sword a couple times, she would die. And I would, you'll need to open the gates to reach the gallery. There should be a winch nearby. I think you can just go ahead and do the winch and get through there. I'm not 100% sure of that. And I'm not going to be now because I didn't try it. Sorry, guys. But as you can see, you just use his bow that fell. It's not a problem. Well, it's quite easy to do. Talk to Caitlin. What are you waiting for? Finish me! How like a Zamorkian. I have some questions. What? What are you planning to do down here? Idiot hero, you don't even know what this place is, do you? Well, how would I know what this place is? Excuse me. This is the tomb of Drageth Nern. Drageth Nern was a necromancer. He lived in Lumbridge decades ago. He kept his necromancy secrets. Everyone thought he was just a wealthy nobleman and wizard. He paid for these catacombs to be built, and he's interred here in a special tomb. Reese was an acolyte here at the church. He learned that Drageth Nern was buried here. I was a student at the Wizard's Tower. In the library, I discovered a note left by Drageth Nern. The body of a necromancer contains powerful magic. We learned we could perform a ritual on his tomb to unlock the secrets of his work. We would have gained mastery over life and death. Well. Who are you? Who are the others? No, that's enough. Enough questions. Enough. Alright, now finish me. I'm not killing you. Just give me your stuff and get out of here. You're not worth it. The second cultist passed me on her way out. I don't think she'll be any more trouble. I'm glad you didn't have to kill her. I think the third cultist was a swordsman. Magic is the best thing to use against melee fighters. Speak to me if you need help. By the way, if you don't want to just spare them, you don't have to. It doesn't change the quest. She's just as approving of you. One of those weird things where everything is right and good, and what you choose to do is the right course of action. Because that's the way it is. So, alright, let's go. Who has the kitty? 36% hunger. Alright. He will start to meow when he gets really hungry. I'm just afraid that I'll miss it. So, yeah, trying to keep an eye. The potion is complete. Where are they? The whole group should be present. Let me go, you. Shut up. Who are you? What are you doing here? Okay, so the choices are, my name's Assiq. I'm an adventurer. I'm Assiq. Don't worry, Alona. I'm here to rescue you. I let both others live. This doesn't have to end in violence. I'm your worst nightmare, Zamorkian scum. I can see that would appeal to a lot of people, but I think I'm just gonna say number 1. This will be your tomb adventure. The blood pact will prevail, if you say so. Now his weakness seems to be water spells. I don't think I'm doing water spells. I think I'm doing air spells. But as you can see, it's doing the job really well. And of course, I could always just go blade to blade. Oh, I never ate my meat. I'll eat it now. You have beaten me, adventurer. Now strike the final blow. End the blood pact in this tomb. I have some questions. Ask your questions. What were you planning on doing down here? And Sir Artemon's dominance over Lumbridge. The tyrant god shall fall. Haven't you heard about the god word? Oh, anyway. With the blood pact and the power of the tomb, Drageth Nern, we would send an army of the dead to claim this town for Zamorak. Alright. Enough questions. Then finish me. End the blood pact in this tomb. I'm not killing you. Give me your stuff and get out of here. No, there must be a death. The blood pact must be complete. Who's drinking stuff? Help quickly untie me so we can get out of here. Wait. Let's get both of his swords. Did he just kill himself? Okay, well. Are you ready to return to the surface? Yes, rescue Alona. The blood pact is dead. No, it's not. Thank the gods, we're out. I thought I was going to die down there. Except I did think he killed himself. You saved my life, whoever you are. Thank you. Well, adventurer, it looks like you have prevailed. You should keep the cultists' weapons as a reward. Is there anything you want to ask before you seek out new adventures? I'm ready for my reward. What should I do now? You weren't really wounded, were you? What will happen to catacombs now? That's a quest for another day, so I'm not going to ask that. But feel free if when you're doing this quest, of course. Like always, feel free to ask all the questions, explore all the options. It's just fun. You learn, what's going on. It's just fun. You weren't really wounded, were you? Very perceptive adventure. I was wounded, but not as badly as I looked. I took the opportunity to see how you would fare. You risked that woman's life for the sake of a test. You risked my life for the sake of a test. So how did I do? Back to my other questions. Let's go back to my other questions. I'm ready for my reward. Farewell, adventurer. So there we go. Blood pact is 10. I got an experience lamp. Yes, I did. I like how it says containing 100 attack, strength, defense, ranged, and magic XP. I don't think it's 100 of each of those. I think it's 100 of your choice. But let's find out. And Kale's, Kale's, right? That's not what we decided. No, Kyle's. Kyle's charge bow, Caitlin's staff, and Reese's sword. Which I will have to see if they're really, really good. They might be. Yeah, Keenblade is better. Keenblade is much better, so I will probably end up just getting rid of these. Whatever. But I will keep the charge bow. It's always nice to have a bow that doesn't need arrows. Up until, it stops being really a benefit to me. When I get a better bow, and then I'll probably just have to suffer and get arrows, whatever. You completed the Blood Pact quest. There we go. Alright, so I will be back for another quest in, not too long. I'm going to try and get through as many of these novice quests as I can, as quickly as I can. So, keep your eye open. Until next time.